All right, everyone. So I want to talk to you guys about a question that I am asked, that I have been asked numerous times, and that is, why don't you invite so and so? Or at times, I will get suggestions from people to invite a particular person. So they'll say, why don't you invite this person? Why don't you invite such and such a person? Why don't you invite such and such a streamer onto your YouTube channel? And I just want to address this once and for all because numerous people have made such suggestions to me. And I just want to clear this out of the way and explain why I do not invite people onto my YouTube channel. I used to invite people onto my YouTube channel, and most of the time, people would reject my invitation. They would say, well, no, I can't, blah, blah, blah. And the reason why they would say no is because I am a small YouTuber. If you are a small YouTuber and you invite someone who is a big YouTuber or a major streamer, the chances of them accepting your invitation is pretty much nil. It's pretty much nothing. They're not going to accept your invitation. They are going to say, "Oh well, I can't do it," or sometimes they can be assholes and they can say things like, well, how many subscribers do you have? And you say, well, I have 200 subscribers. Or in my case, I would say, well, I have 3,000 plus subscribers. And they're going to say, well, if you're not Joe Rogan, why am I going to accept an invitation from you? You're just a nobody. You're just a little puny YouTuber. Why should I go on your show? And it just gives other people opportunities to be assholes towards you, and it gives them an opportunity to, they can say no. And most people actually will never even respond to you. And that's another thing. What's the point of inviting someone when you know that really for the most part they're just going to ignore you? Or what's the point of trying to invite someone when you could just be giving them an opportunity to be a schmuck to you and say, oh, well, how many people do you have? Oh, you're too small. You're too small for me. I don't want anything to do with you, blah, 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 blah. And a lot of people who are famous, they have a certain reputation that they want to maintain. And if you are a controversial figure, they especially don't want to talk to you. Now, it's not solely because you're a small YouTuber, it's also because they don't want to taint themselves with the reputation of talking to you because you have the reputation of a controversial character. And that's another thing. So, for example, maybe one day I want to invite the Bishop of San Francisco. What's his name? Bishop of Italian last name. What's his name? Uh, Archbishop Salvatore Cordialoni. Okay, he sounds like a mob boss, but he says things that are true about the Catholic Church. He talks about the problems with the Catholic Church, and I agree with what he has to say as far as criticism for the Vatican goes, criticism against the Vatican goes. But if I were to try to invite Salvatore Cordialoni, he's going to say, why should I go on your show? You have a measly 3,000 plus subscribers. And even if you were a big YouTuber, if I go on your show, then I'm going to be tainted with this reputation that I spoke with you, this homophobic fanatic, this backwards Neanderthal. I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to speak to you. Why would I want to talk to you for? You see, here is my philosophy when it comes to inviting people. If somebody wants to talk to me, they can find me. If somebody wants to talk to me, it's easy to find me. They can find me. They can write me. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't have guests on your channel. I've had guests on this channel. But the guests that I've had were people that actually wanted to talk to me. People who wrote me and they said, I want to talk to you. Alan Combs. I remember he invited me onto his show and I recorded it and I put it on my YouTube channel. This is from back in the day. This is back in my old channel back in 2015, a long time ago. This is a decade ago. But Alan Combs wanted to talk to me. He invited me onto his show. I spoke with, what's his name? Michael Brown, the guy who debates with Jewish scholars about the Messiah. Now, I like his debates about Jesus being the Messiah. I think he does a really good job on that. But him and I had a disagreement over Sodom. I said, well, Jesus is not someone who's going to be tolerating Sodom. And in fact, I went so far as to say that if somebody was promoting Sodom in the temple, Jesus would have brought the law down. I made it very clear. And Michael Brown had this disagreement with me over what I was saying, and he wrote an article about me. And I said, "Okay, you want to talk about me? Let's have a debate." And he said, "Yeah, sure. I mean, I wrote an article about you. You want to debate me on what I wrote about you? It's only fair that I debate you." And we had a debate. It's still up on YouTube. And you should only really be talking to people who want to talk to you. And this is not just in YouTubing, streaming, media. This is just in normal life. Like, if somebody doesn't want to talk to you, right? Let's say you're a lonely guy, you really want a friend, but nobody wants to talk to you, or you want to make a friend with this particular person, and that person doesn't want to talk to you. Are you really going to go out of your way to try to make friends with that person? No, you wouldn't. And if you did, that person would hate you even more, and you would feel even more terrible inside just watching yourself begging for someone's friendship. I mean, it's really, really sad, and it can really break you emotionally, psychologically to do something like that. And so you should only talk to people who want to talk to you. And that's why I don't really invite people. Now, if I had a big ass YouTube channel with millions of people watching me, then yeah, I would say, yeah, I want this guy, I want that guy. But that's not the case. The reality is that I'm a small YouTuber, and if I start inviting people, they're going to say, for one, you're controversial, and two, you're a small YouTube channel, and I don't really want to be with you. People should want to talk to you. Now, let's say I was a Joe Rogan tier level streamer, YouTuber, and I had millions of subscribers. If I invite someone with that status, those people would want to talk to me. It's like when Donald Trump was on the Joe Rogan show. Believe me, Trump wanted Rogan to talk to him. Trump wanted to talk to Rogan because Rogan has the reputation. He's got the status. He's gonna make sure a lot of people watch you. And Trump talking with Joe Rogan, it's not just a way to get people to watch Trump because everyone knows about Donald Trump. It was really a way to spark this message that here is Donald Trump talking to the biggest streamer in the world while Kamala Harris doesn't want to talk to Rogan because she's scared of talking to him. And so it just made Trump look a hell of a lot better. And that was really a part of the aura that Trump was trying to project. And amazingly, Kamala Harris said, "Well, if you want to talk to me, then we're going to have to meet somewhere else, and I only want to talk to you for an hour, and I want to put you through all these limitations and regulations, and I want to give you all of these conditions that I have if you want to talk to me." And Rogan said, "No, I'm not going to do that." You know why? Because Rogan doesn't need Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris needed Rogan, and Kamala Harris just threw that opportunity down the toilet. Rogan doesn't need to talk to Trump. He's still going to be a famous streamer without talking to Trump. And Kamala Harris, she needs Trump, but Rogan doesn't need her. So here was Kamala Harris thinking, "Oh, you want to talk to me because I'm the Democrat candidate here. You want to talk to me, so I'm going to give you all these terms and conditions." And she was doing that bullshit. She was trying to pull that bullshit on him. And Rogan said, "No, I'm not going to do that because you want to talk to me." So even Rogan, with all of his numbers, he did not fulfill the conditions that Kamala Harris wanted because the reality is Kamala Harris needs him. And that's the mentality you should have. You should only talk to people who want to talk to you. Trump wanted to talk to Rogan. Kamala really didn't want to talk to him. Well, I don't need you. I'm not going to fulfill all these stupid terms and conditions that you want to impose on me. No, to hell with that. Same thing with anything else. If someone comes to me and says, "Ted, you should invite so and so," why? If so and so wants to talk to me, they know where to find me. And I've had people say, "Oh, Ted, you should invite Jay Dyer." Jay Dyer, if he wants to talk to me, he knows where to find me. You should talk to this other guy. If he knows where to find me. I only want to talk to people who want to talk to me. I do not do not want to try to impose myself on others and say, "Oh, please come and talk to me. Come and talk to me so so you can help my channel." And that's what people do all the time. You have these small YouTubers who are constantly trying to invite these bigger influencers on YouTube. And the reason why they're doing that is because they want to grow their viewership. They want to grow their audience. They want to grow their subscription count. Here is the problem with that. The problem with that is that if, let's say, you get a big YouTuber on your channel, let's say a big YouTuber agrees to come onto your channel and you're interviewing this big YouTuber, is that video going to get a lot of views? Probably, yeah, especially if the person's a celebrity. You could, I mean, at one time, and this was years and years ago, but one time when my channel, well, I had a channel that was a lot bigger than the one I'm doing now, and I had a website that was even bigger. I was getting millions of views on my website, shootbot.com, our website. My father and I run it. And I remember inviting Bas Rutten because Bas Rutten was a real hero of mine. I was really into martial arts. I loved watching Bas Rutten's fights. I loved his workout his workout audio CD set, kickboxing workout set. And I remember inviting Bas Rutten on, and Bas Rutten did come on. But why did Bas Rutten accept to come on and talk to me? Because I had a big ass website with millions of views. Of course he was going to come on, and he did come on. And that interview is still up on YouTube, and that interview has tens of thousands of views. Why does it have tens of thousands of views? Because it's Bas Rutten. So yeah, let's say you invite a big influencer, a famous person, a celebrity onto your channel, and they come onto your channel. Is your subscription count going to grow? Yes, it's going to grow a little bit, maybe by a few hundred, maybe by a few thousand, depending on the person that you invite. Is that video of you talking to this celebrity going to have a lot of views? Probably, yeah. It's going to get at least tens of thousands of views. Again, it depends on the celebrity. But here's the question. Is your core audience for you going to grow? That's the question. See, your core audience. So let's say you invite Matt Damon onto your show. Matt Damon says, let's say you have a measly 3,000 plus subscribers, whatever. Matt Damon agrees to come onto your show. Matt Damon comes onto your show, and that video gets 1 million views. Let's say that video gets 1 million views. And let's say all your other videos are getting on average between 300 and 600 views. Right, let's say one video has 300, one video has 350, one video has 450, one video has 500, one video has 600, and it just goes on within that spectrum of view counts. But then you interview Matt Damon, and that video gets 1 million views. Is your subscription number going to grow? Yeah, it's going to grow. You might get a few thousand more subscribers. You might even get 100,000 more subscribers. Who knows? But it's going to grow. But here's the question. Let's say that video gets 1 million plus views. Let's say your subscription number goes up. And the next day you start making videos like you normally do. Is your viewership going to grow for those videos? It's probably going to grow by a little bit. It's probably going to grow by a few hundred more views. But that's pretty much it. Why? Why wouldn't it be the case that your following videos after doing that Matt Damon interview will have hundreds of thousands of views each, or if not 1 million views each? Why wouldn't that be the case? Because those people who watched that Matt Damon interview, I'm talking as if this really happened. It's all hypothetical, but those people, that 1 million people who came to watch that Matt Damon interview, they watched that video not because of you. They watched that video because of Matt Damon. And that's the thing. You have all these YouTubers who want to invite, because they're not using their own personality to grow an audience. They're using the personalities of others to grow an audience. And the problem with that is, sure, you're going to get a lot of people watching. Yeah, let's say one day you have Matt Damon. Let's say one day you have Keanu Reeves. You're going to get a lot of people watching in this hypothetical scenario, but they're not going to be watching because of you. They're going to be watching because of your guests. And that's one thing I do not want. I don't want people to come on this show thinking, okay, who's Ted going to invite this time? I want people to come onto this channel thinking, I want to watch Ted. You could say that sounds egotistical. You can say that sounds conceited. You can say that sounds narcissistic, arrogant. I don't think it's any of those things. I think it's completely natural to enjoy the fact that people want to interact with you and people want to hear what you have to say. Can that escalate into narcissism? Yeah, absolutely. But it hasn't come to that point at all. I just like the experience of expressing myself. I have a lot of things to say. I have a lot of ideas. And I would feel actually awful if I just allowed those ideas to simmer in my brain without allowing them to boil over out of my brain and spreading my thoughts and having people hear what I have to say, because what I have to say I think is quite unique and quite important actually. Uh, but again, I want people to watch this channel because of me. I want people to watch this channel because they like what I have to say and they like how I say it and they like how I express myself. That's what I want. I want to grow that core audience. So I'll give you guys another example. Let's say you have a YouTube channel, right? And let's say you have like 3,000 subscribers and your videos are getting 200 views each, 200, 200, 200, 200, 200, right? That's it. It's just 200, 200, 200, 200, 200. And let's say one day you find your cat hunting a mouse. Once in a while, you'll see this. If you allow your cats to go outdoors, you will actually one day spot a cat, one of your cats or your cat killing a mouse. Cats are master mouse hunters. So let's say one day you see your cat killing a mouse and you film it. And then you post it up on YouTube and you say, wow, watch this cat just be a masterful natural hunter. And that video gets 1 million views because cat videos can be very, very popular. So let's say that video gets 1 million views. And you go, wow, I did a video. I went viral. I got 1 million views. But they didn't watch that video because of you. They watched that video because of your cat. And so let's say the next day you do a video and that video gets 200 views. And the next one gets 200 views. And maybe the next one after that gets 220, 230, 250. Well, how come you're not getting hundreds of thousands of views? I just put out this video of a cat killing a mouse and it got 1 million views. Why aren't my following videos going viral? Or why aren't my following videos having substantial followings? It's because they watched that video because of the cat, not because of you. And the people who are, those 200 or so people who are going on to watch all your following videos, that's what you call your core audience. And what you need to focus on is your core audience. That's it. Those are your loyal followers, your loyal audience. And that's what you should focus on. And I want this channel to be a place where people come and they want to hear what I have to say. And really, this channel should be about, you see the name of the channel? It's Theodore Shubot. It's not Theodore, the guy who invites people. It's Theodore Shubot. People should come to watch me. That's it. Like, that's the reality. And when you do a YouTube channel, that's the mentality that you should have. Your mentality should be, I have something to say. I want to say it. I'm going to say it. Whoever wants to hear me, God bless them. And that's that. And your YouTube channel should be revolved around your personality. It should be a place where you can express your personality and people want to hear what? Your personality. They don't want to come to see some guest. They want to come to see the personality. And you grow your audience. And let's say you just grow and grow and grow, and pretty soon, wow, you become kind of a known YouTuber. And then what happens after that point? Then people want to talk to you. And that's when you have guests. You should only have guests who want to talk to you. You should never invite people to just grow your channel. You should only have guests who want to talk to you, because your YouTube channel is about you. It's your personality. It's your expression. It's your outlet for self-expression. It's your outlet for expressing your ideas and telling people what you think and what your thoughts are. And there's nothing to be ashamed of. The problem is you have people who want to invite, and they want to latch on to the reputation of others so that they can grow their own channel. My friend, that's leeching. You're leeching off those people, and people will see right through it. And when they see right through it, they're going to say, well, I'm just coming on this channel because you brought this one guy that I like, not because of you. But people should come onto your channel to see you, not to see someone that you invited. But if somebody wants to talk to you, then talk to them. But I will never go out of my way to invite people because I think, wow, this is going to grow the channel. Or, wow, I would really like to talk to this person because I really like that person's work. And that person doesn't even know who I am, and nor does he want to talk to me. To hell with that. To hell with that. I want to come. If somebody wants to talk to me and get on this channel, they know where to find me. And that's why I don't invite people. Anyway, guys, you guys just heard some theology. God bless.